Good afternoon from the Philippines. This is the semifinal round of the Sharks Rotation Showdown. Our first matchup for this afternoon features Anton Raga versus Vann Corteza. And we are off and running here in the final day of the Sharks Rotation Showdown. Our first semifinal matchup. We only have 4 players remaining. It will be the Dragon Anton Raga against the guy who just won the lag, Vann Corteza. And good afternoon from the Philippines. My name is Noel Zarate alongside Mr. Safe to Say himself, AJ Ong.
Yan, good afternoon mga ka-Sharkanatics. At handa na ba kayo sa finals ng Sharks Rotation?
Semis muna tayo. Dadaanan muna natin sino ang aabot sa final na makakauna dito sa dalawang ito. Will it be the 40-year-old Vann Corteza or the 23-year-old Anton Raga? We will find out in just a few moments. Race to 5 po ito. Rotation again, it's a race to 60 and 2 points agad para dito kay Vann Corteza on the break, and he can see the 1 ball.
Maganda ang break niya dito, no?
Mm-hmm.
At mukhang kalat-kalat ang bola. May kanya-kanyang bulsa.
At of course, alam naman natin ang second semifinal. I should be speaking in English. I'm sorry. We know that our second semifinal matchup will feature no less than the greatest billiard player in the history of the sport, I would have to say. Efren Reyes going up against former world champion Ronnie Alcano. That is the second semifinal. So right now, Vann Corteza at the table. And again, this, if you're new to the word rotation, this is actually just a race to 60. Each ball has corresponding points. And Vann Corteza made the 2 on the break. Now the 1, that gives him 3 points total. It's a race to who hits 60 first. That person wins the rack. This is a game that's probably more famous in the Philippines than anywhere else in the world.
Russia daw.
Russia, yeah.
Isa rin yun.
Here in the Philippines, this is where most of these players actually started out playing rotation, especially those who come from the far-flung provinces, like this man, Vann Corteza from Davao, and his young opponent from Cebu. So that gives Vann Corteza 6 points now. He's really very deliberate about the way he goes around here. Now, AJ, from the 4 to the 5, because the 5 is stuck in traffic.
Yes, yun. Tsaka tawag maraming black area na kung saan pwedeng lumapag yung cue ball.
That's right.
Slayer. So, tingnan natin kung anong diskarte niya dito.
Well, the Slayer did get to slay his young opponent, 28, Jeffrey Ignatius. Match that could have ended up winning. Mistake on that, safe to say, when he gargled the 8 ball and left the open for Vann Corteza, who does not land well on this 5, but he does have 10 points total. The counter safety by Anton Raga, but that counter safety aligned the 5 with the 14. Therefore, now Vann Corteza has got 24 points here in rack number 1. And the 5 is still an issue at this point. So once again, you are joining us live. Pardon our little technical difficulty earlier. Vann Corteza now eyeing the 5, the voyage from the 5 to the 6. And he'll have no problem with this.
Ito na nga, marami tayong mga ka-Sharkanatics dito na nagsasabi na maraming parang nag-glitch.
Yeah, now it looks like everything's back online.
Yes, we are back and we are live.
Yeah. So Vann Corteza now ups his score to 29 after making the 5. online here with the 6 going on 35 for the 42-year-old from Davao. Good speed control, knocks the 15 out to prepare for the 7 ball as well. So 35 going on 42. Next object ball will be the 8 ball, so this from the 7 to the 8 rather. The going up table using a lot of top, probably 2 rails.
Nicely done.
So
And
42 now going on 50. So he is on his last 3. Now I could actually also play this 2 rails if he's not straight. He's just going to try to draw it back. Now here's the shot that he prepared for. So now at 50, going on 59. If the 9 goes, the 10 would be automatic. And looks like the 9 does fit.
yeah, it goes past the 10.
Yeah, last 2 balls now for Vann Corteza. Sit at 59, just needing 1 more point. He's going to get all of it with this 10 ball. This is a race to 5, of course, in the semifinals. Vann Corteza strikes first.
There we have it. First point comes to Vann Corteza. And
yeah, it looks like we're still trying to get all of the technical stuff up. But it is the confirmation of our score there from Angel. Vann Corteza strikes first here. So just to greet everybody who's been watching us right now, this is day 2 of the Sharks Rotation Showdown. That is Claudine. And my name is Noel with AJ.
hello.
Yeah.
At ayan na. Mga ka-Shark Fanatics, pasensya na po kung medyo na-delay po tayo dahil meron po tayong technical difficulty kanina. So ngayon, I hope everything is okay. We are live and yung audio namin sana is okay. Kamusta naman kayo dyan?
Yeah, we are broadcasting, of course, live to everybody around the world. My name is Noel Zarate, speaking in English, doing the English commentary, and AJ Ong over here will be handling the vernacular, the Filipino side, and one of the rare times you're going to actually hear a bilingual broadcast, but if it works, it works. And we just want to greet everybody watching us from around the world. And again, we've had some questions about how rotation is played. It is 15 balls, and you still hit the ball in sequential order, but each ball has a corresponding point according to the number of the ball. Like one ball is a 1 point, 15 ball is 15 points. And the object of the game is to hit 60. Whoever gets to 60 first wins the rack. And this is a race to 5. Now, in situations where a safety is played and you cannot make contact with the object ball, what you can do is actually just say you spot. Just respot the object ball at the spot area where in the middle of the table, and the cue ball is brought back behind the head string. And you may attack from there. And in cases of fouls, it's not ball in hand, they return. You have the option of either taking the ball where it lies or returning the object ball back to the spot, and again bringing the cue ball back to the top of the head string. And our referee is not a professional referee. He's a professional architect.
Yeah, that's right. Eric Salud.
Yeah. Who almost won in last night's Sharks 9-ball showdown.
That's right.
If he had won that, we would have been done before midnight. Well, it looks like we all went home a little past 2 a.m. last night. Of course, we will have
the cue ball.
Yeah, the Sharks 9-ball showdown again tonight. The cue ball did go down along with the 2-ball. Now, in this instance, the 2-ball does not remain down. The 2-ball is actually brought back to the spot. Or the 1-ball was actually behind the head string. So the 1 and 2 now will align. Yeah, because the object ball cannot be behind the head string on a foul. And now anywhere behind the head string, I'm not quite sure if Anton Raga is behind the head string right now. It looks like our referee is going to take a look at this. Well, apparently he's okay. So he's just going to roll this. Now we are underway. 0-0 here in rack number 2. Vann Corteza back at the table. He did take the first rack.
I think he was trying to make a safety behind the 10.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is going to be a safety behind the
Yeah.
12.
Is this the 12?
Or is that the 10 ball? See,
Yeah, it's the 10 ball.
getting colorblind. That's why green. That's why stoplights or traffic lights are red, yellow, and green, not red, yellow, and blue.
That's right.
2 rails. It's a legal contact. And a counter safety.
Yeah, but he can see part of the 1.
Now, I asked about swerving or playing masse shots here. As long as part of the ball is seen, a masse shot is allowed. Like this one. That's a masse shot.
Okay.
But if it's like completely covered, the masse shot is not allowed. So one of the quirks also in the rules of rotation is there are no jump shots allowed.
No jump shots.
And if the ball is completely covered, masses are not allowed. But if you masse kick, it's allowed.
Masse kick.
Yeah, masse
Okay.
kick is allowed. So I hope that that illuminates some questions about the gameplay for the sport of rotation or the variant of rotation in the sport of pocket billiards. You have a safety here played by Anton Raga, our 23-year-old from Cebu province in the Philippines. There's going to be a kick here coming from Vann Corteza. Right beside the 9 ball. Good contact. It's an offensive shot, but he
Almost
missed.
made the 1.
Yeah. But gets a good result because there is now a full cover from the 12 ball. And this is one of the reasons why Filipinos are such great kick shot artists, because most Filipino pros actually did start with rotation,
Yeah.
where jump shots are not allowed. And you can only escape by kicking. And this is another safety that, and our referee, Eric Salud, is looking at it. If there's a cover, he has to actually say it's covered. But this is also a masse shot.
Missed.
Because
Missed
there
the
was, part of the 1 ball was seen. And Vann Corteza winces as the 1 ball is respotted once again. And the cue ball goes back behind the head string. And I'm serious. This is this is the variant of pool that's actually the most popular in the Philippines. I would still think it's more popular than 9 ball or 10 ball,
Really?
although, because this is still played in the province.
Yeah, yes. Oo nga pala sa probinsya, madalas.
Where they don't really have access to television or live coverages of events. It's still rotation because that's how it was passed on from grandfather to father to son. So the first point of this rack goes to Anton Raga. And he's off and running because he does see some open shots here, including the 2 to the 3.
Pero yung sikat dito sa Metro Manila, 10 ball.
Yeah, 10 ball.
10 ball, 9 ball,
Yeah.
ganyan.
Especially in the 90s when 9 ball came around. Most popular 9 ball player we had in the 90s is actually the most popular rotation player of all time, Efren Batareas.
That's right.
Because Efren did win the World Championship in 1999. And after Efren won in 1999 here in the Philippines, lots of billiard halls just sprouted out. That was, of course, followed by Django Bustamante in 2001, making it to the finals against Earl Strickland, then Alex Pagulayan in 2004. And, of course, another world champion produced in Ronnie Alcano, who we will see later on. Ooh, a miss by Raga on the 4. Ronnie Alcano, of course, won that on home soil, the World Championship in 2006. So this is a lucky break, actually, for Anton, because the 4 ball is not seen. So what Vann Corteza can do, if he cannot kick at this 4, he can just say spot and return the 4 ball to the spot and give Anton Raga the shot from behind the head string. But if Vann Corteza actually does see an opening here, he's going to Z this, it appears.
Z shot.
Yeah. He's going to Z kick. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
So Anton Raga now has the option of shooting it where it is or returning the ball to the spot, which is exactly what happens.
Tapos siya rin yung titira.
Yeah, because it's from a foul.
So yung spot natin dyan, mga kaibigan, yan yung very visible, visible na ano na yan, mark na yan.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and only the referee can see it, and the players, of course. Now, I'm not sure if there's a 3-foul rule in rotation. I did not ask that. I'm in the dark if there is a 3-foul rule. Maybe some of our Filipino fans would be able to answer. The 3 consecutive fouls awards the rack. I'm not sure if that applies in rotation.
Parang wala ata. No?
It might not apply in rotation.
Parang bira akong makita yung ganun.
Anton missing the open 4.
Uy. Open shot yan, no? Parang kumbaga free throw.
Yeah, he missed a layup actually because usually Filipinos would be good at hitting from the spot from behind the head string, especially the pros. In fact, when you're practicing here in the Sharks den before the Sharks 9-ball showdown, when they do the practice rack, when they just roll out all the balls, they put the 1 ball on the spot, and then your first shot is from behind the head string.
No 3-foul rule, sabi ni Japoy Alarilla.
Thank you very much for clarifying. Good contact on the 4. However, Levan's going to come up short on the 5. And there is traffic if he's going to try a kick shot here.
Sumasablay daw si Anton dahil sa English.
Well, he can't hear us. So, and it's dual commentary, so AJ is going to be in charge of the vernacular. We can switch if you want. It's going to be a lot of spin on this cue ball. Makes contact with the short rail going to the 5. That's a power shot.
Nice contact.
And this 8 is not going to make it. 5 is seen. Anton Raga now with command of the table. He has a 7-9 combination after making the 6. And he is ahead on the scoreboard as well, 6-4. Here in rack number 2. So the 5 rolls into the corner. Can draw it back for the 6 and just follow the 6 over to the 7-9 combination.
Yeah, tama. Kasi kung hindi lusot naman tong 6, talagang sa kabila na siya pupunta.
He came up short and he doesn't like it. He came up very short on this.
It's still a makeable shot on the side.
Yeah, but the preparation for the 7 is now thrown out the window.
It's going to be farther.
Yeah, or he can probably just control this with a controlled roll. Probably still aligned with the 7.
Makakarating pa naman siya kaso nga lang lalayo lang ng bahagya.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't happy with this result. He's putting a lot of right on this cue ball, so he's going to try to force this through. And it's a longer shot, as AJ said. Anton Raga now at 11. Of course, the first to 60 takes the rack. And Vann Corteza already achieved that in rack number 1. Here's the long 7-9 combination. No problem. A shot on the 7 as well. Easy preparation for the 8. Going on 33. Going on 41. Last 2 balls for Anton Raga. Or last 3 balls, rather. 33 to 41. Last 2 balls now. 10 ball is already near the corner pocket.
Yeah, he tried to push the 11 para magkaroon ng space ng konti, di ba?
Yeah.
So, mas madali na siya makakapunta dyan. So, from the 10, kung saan yung cue ball ngayon, dun dapat siya babalik.
Yeah, exactly.
Somewhere in that area. Nako, abot pa ba?
Yeah, he makes it. Just barely got there.
Kinabahan siya dun.
This will be the game ball for Anton Raga. We are tied at 1 rack apiece.
Tied at 1 rack apiece. Ayan na nga, mga ka-Sharkinetics. And ito na yung mga shoutout ninyo. Shoutout dito kay Dexter Dayata. And to Anito Kid. Yan, Anito Kid Mapugay. Thank you, sir. May sinasabi siya ditong facts about our referee,
Oh,
si
wow. Yeah, Eric
Eric
Salud,
Salud.
who's a member of the Makati Pool
Mapa.
Players
That's right.
Association.
And sabi niya, one of the nicest
Oh, yes.
guys in pool.
Yes, of course.
Yun dito sa mga amateurs, no?
And he's a left-handed player. He's also an architect. And I believe his organization as an architect, we're talking about Eric Salud, is the UAP, or United Architects of the Philippines. Graduated from the UP College of Architecture, and I believe his student number is 96, so he must have graduated in 2000 or 2001, because architecture is a 5-year course in UP.
Mm-hmm.
And has been competing as in college, as far back as college, competing as an amateur in many, many tournaments and winning a lot of tournaments. And now here, a member of the Sharks community, very elite group of amateur players.
That's right.
And that's Anton Raga on your screens, a 23-year-old from Talisay, Cebu.
Ayan, so bago magsimula, isang pasada sa mga
Mhm.
nagpapabati dito.
Yeah.
JR Zaide, Sir Rommel Surebreed, Felix Ferolin, and si Eric Boncaville. NJ, pool player of course, si Troy. Yan, si Senonoy Padua, and itong si Grandeur Balzarsa.
And this break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar, now open.
That's right. At speaking of Ropa Commercial, ito nga, may katanungan dito si Grandeur Balsarza kung saan
Mhm.
nabibili yung Arcos 2, Predator
Mhm.
Arcos 2.
Yeah.
So sa Ropa in Binondo.
Yes.
Ropa Commercial in Binondo.
This is actually a dry break for Anton Raga. We are tied at 1 rack apiece. This is a race to 5. Vann Corteza attacking the 1 ball into the side and creates enough room to get to the 2 ball. However, the 3 is caught in traffic. And he has to land perfectly on the 3 to get that 3-8 combination, unless he can go around the 6 ball to get the 3 into the side. This is not an easy layout by any stretch of the imagination, because after the 3, the 4 is also stuck in traffic. Vann Corteza hoping to advance to the finals, which will be a race to 7. That's this afternoon as well. He does try to attack it from another angle. May have overshot this 3, but he does have a look into the corner. Or even the side pocket, AJ.
Yeah, pero parang natatakpan ito ng 8.
Yeah, so the corner should be his choice, and he gets there.
Nicely done.
And he plays to a
combination.
4-12. Yeah, 4-12 combination.
4-12 para kay Vann Corteza. Aba, nagpapa-shoutout sa Baby Shark itong si JR Zaide.
Which one?
Ayun, sino sa kanilang dalawa? Mamaya tingnan natin kung ang isa sa kanila kung aakyat. No? Pabati natin sa mga Shark Fanatics.
Vann Corteza up now to 19 after making the 12 ball. 4 to the 5 is not an issue. It's going to be now from the 6 to the 7. So 19 already now for Vann Corteza, going on 23. Now going to 23, but he's going to land into a problem spot, because the cue ball disappeared. And that's also going to bring the 5 ball back to the spot. And Anton Raga slowly seeing daylight with this layout.
Hello, Niels Thiemann from Northern Germany. Welcome to Sharks.
Yeah, Vann Corteza already actually at 23 points for this rack, so we will adjust that score. And here's the problem with the spot. It's behind the 8 ball. And look at what Eric is doing right now. He is trying to really nail that 5 ball. And that's a legal shot. It does not have to hit another rail, so snooker rules apply here as well. All right, double checking the score. Apparently, it should be 22, and it is 22. Yeah, this is another difference, of course, in other pocket billiards variants, AJ, that once you make contact with the object ball, another ball or, one of the balls has to hit a rail. That's not the case here in rotation.
So yun, parang sa snooker nga.
Yeah,
no?
snooker, you just make contact with the ball.
So dito, mas madali ang safety na gagawin niya.
Yes.
Speed na lang.
Yeah,
Ayan,
but
kaso nga lang
the
lilitaw.
5, the 5 is still seen. And if Anton can control the speed of this cue ball, he's got a lot of hiding places for the cue ball.
At syempre, andito si Reginald Cabato, si Mr. Over and Under.
Yeah. Don't know if there's an over and under for this one. That's an offensive shot, though. And
this will sell out.
he sees the 5 ball. Yeah, Vann sees the 5 ball, almost scratches. That's Anton Raga almost scratching. Now, Vann still scoreless here in rack number 3. So we've just gotten confirmation that it is 22 points for Vann Corteza.
Shout out daw all the way from the comfort room. Itong si Robin Hood Cruz.
Oh my goodness.
Aba, sir, gising ka pa lang ngayon, ha?
It's already like almost 6 p.m. where he is.
Hindi, kasi kahapon wala siya.
Yeah.
Wala ata siya kahapon sa day 1.
Uh-huh. Here's a Z safety. And the 5 ball is also going to show itself. As you can see here, this is actually makeable from where it lies for the guy they call the Dragon.
Hello, Vans, Cabigon, and Benedict Carillo.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
5 ball goes down. Avoided the traffic to get to the 6. And Anton Raga slowly unraveling this rack. Very small landing spot for that 7, though. Yeah, he's going to squeeze in between 2 balls. And the cue ball is going to stray away after making contact with the 6. Looks like he's going to play a kill shot here. There's going to be some speed control. Oh, nicely done. Yeah.
Pwede na sa corner.
Made it squeeze between those 2 balls. 11 now for Anton Raga.
Andito ako kahapon, boss. Jumerbs ka pa nga, di ba? Hindi sa Sharks 9 ball yun, di ba? Nung gabi.
No. Yeah.
Gabi yun eh.
That's right. Not in the afternoon.
Oo.
This is going on 18. Now going on 26 to take the lead. And the layout has just opened up for Anton Raga.
So this is a possible 9-11.
This is a possible S to S from you.
Really?
Yes.
Is it? Then it is, safe to say.
There you go. It is a possible, safe to say, I'm saying. But AJ already declared it, so who are we to debunk the curse?
The jinx.
And just for the record, AJ actually jinxed 5 pros yesterday. Anton Raga and Vann Corteza among them. Uh-oh. Okay, he's still good.
Yep. 9-11
Yeah.
combination.
And this will give him 37 if he makes this 9-11 combination. May lose the 9 though, so better be careful on how he follows this. Going on 37 on the combination. And he did lose the 9, AJ. You were saying about safe to say.
Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry, Anton.
It's the second time he's done the safe to say on Anton Raga in 2 days.
So hindi po sila nakakarinig Baka akala nila naririnig. Naririnig nila tayo.
Oh my goodness. When he lined up with the combination, this was going to always be a possibility. So Anton can actually see part of the 9. He's going to try to whisk it up table. Does he get safe behind the 10? No, he does not.
Nope, kitang-kita tong 9.
And after the safe to say on Anton Raga, here comes Vann Corteza. You can do the same to
with
Vann.
another, with another safe to say.
Okay, he just said it. AJ just said it's safe to say.
Wala.
Actually, the layout dictates that it is. Going on 31.
Yan, hello to Cashanwil Fuentes Apordo, watching from Indonesia.
Oh, good afternoon. Not only did Vann Corteza make a tough shot on the 9, he lands perfectly on the 10. This to reclaim the lead. Up to 41. Now going on 52. Last 2 balls now. Oh, rather going on 54. This 14 ball to give Vann Corteza a 2-1 lead.
May tanong si Sir Menzi Mendoza, what if the score ends up 60-60?
Then it's whoever gets the 61. Actually, if you do the math, it's almost impossible for that to happen.
Sobrang
yeah, it's almost impossible for that to happen. That's why in some circles they play until 61 just to make sure. But
make sure.
I've never seen a match go 60-60 before. So 2-1.
Yep, 2-1.
For Vann Corteza.
In favor of Vann Corteza.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we would like to thank our sponsors, Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua-V, Mudcakes by V, V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, Kikarex Kayanong ng Target on air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, Dehadista and Llamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City, Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layer Tips, Billiard Planet, Hard Times, and the Ropa commercial.
And so now, Architect Eric Salud, our acting referee for today. Very meticulous in the way he racks.
Hello to Rob Kitanar from Cebu, Talisay, Cebu.
Of course, Talisay, Cebu is the hometown of Anton Raga. And as we said yesterday, Anton Raga, a world-class pool player, is actually from the same barangay or the same, I don't know if it's county, it's really the same barangay, the same area wherein another famous world-class Filipino athlete hails from in the person of Roger Pugoy, a professional basketball player. Yeah, 2 world-class athletes coming from the same barangay. That doesn't happen every day.
So
but neither does this happen to Vann Corteza every day. A dry break.
From Saklayan, Norman, sabi niya, paano pong mag-order ng Origin Carbon Fiber Shaft? So, pwede niyo pong kontakin sila sa Viber number 0995-175-6645.
That number again is 0995-175-6645 for all your Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts concerns. The 1 ball was made on a wild shot there by Anton Raga.
Ayan, so pinost ko na yung number
Ooh.
ng origin.
Right. Anton with the miss on the 2 tried to force the action to get to the 3 ball.
Hello there, this is Zima Tarzi.
Oh my gosh, he's here. We have a Zimatarsi
Ayan.
sighting virtually. Wouldn't you like to have a Zimatarsi emoji?
Puro mata.
That would be great. It's like that Billy Idol song called Eyes Without a Face.
Yung pang Illuminati, ano? Yun yung emoticon mo.
9 ball drops for Vann Corteza, and he has a shot on the 2, but getting to the 3 is going to be quite challenging with all of the traffic. May have to settle on a tougher cut shot than he bargained for on this 2.
To center table lang.
That's the problem, yeah. He didn't hit it hard enough to actually achieve the break, so I was thinking he would play this inside and just go up for a cut shot somewhere between the 5 and the 6, but
Kasi mahirap ata lumanding doon dahil nga sa 5.
And now Anton says spot. And the spot is obscured by 3 large balls.
Ayan, yes. Bago po itong bola na ginagamit dito ngayon sa Sharks. Sa mga nagtatanong, this is Predator Arcus 2.
Yeah.
From Ropa Commercial.
We've been only using this for about less than a week, actually. If you notice, the colors of the balls are back to the traditional colors. The 7 is no longer teal, and the green is really solid green. The 7 is back to the usual brown color that we're used to seeing. That we grew up seeing, at least.
Yeah, that's right. At tinanggal na natin yung dating ginagamit nating Cyclops.
Yeah, the Cyclops. I think that's been moved elsewhere, though.
Yep.
So 3 ball is seen from the spot. It's actually makeable from the spot. And Anton Raga does do it.
Nice shot.
And the 4 moves a bit, so it looks like it could now pass the 6 into the side. Or if it
maybe
doesn't,
a combination.
Yeah, if it doesn't, a combination is possible. And again, Anton, when he played a combination earlier, he lost the object ball.
Well, if not, he can do a safety.
That's another consideration. It's 11-4 here in rack number 4. Vann Corteza leading 2 racks to 1. This is a race to 5. The winner moves on to the final. And we'll be facing either Ronnie Alcano or Efren Reyes. That's a safety, as you suggested, AJ. And look at this. But maybe the 4 ball is seen a bit. Yeah, it's seen a bit here. So if it is seen a bit, you can masse. She decides to go offensive. That's a really, really tough shot there made by the Slayer, Vann Corteza. He plays into a back shot now on the 5. That ups Vann Corteza now to 15. Or make that 11. Or 15. Right, that's right, 15. Look at the cutter that he just played there. Did not have to do the back shot. Now up to 20. Vann Corteza made his name as a 9-ball and a 10-ball specialist. In fact, is the reigning 9-ball champion in the Derby City Classic, where he won over Joshua Filler. So the Slayer prevailed over the Killer. forces the action to get it back to the 7 ball. However, did not make contact with the 7 to split it up. He's going to have to do a very slow roll to get the 7 into the corner pocket because he may have to cheat the pocket a bit. Well, doesn't have to. Yeah, it cleared. And look at where he lands on the 8.
Perfect.
This is a lot of experience we're seeing now. And from the pocketing of Vann Corteza, now up 33-4 here in rack number 4. Going on 41.
After this 8, the next ball is the 10.
Yeah.
Tatlon lang ba siya?
Going on 41. You get the 51. Yeah, he's on his last 3 balls.
Tatlong bola na lang.
Yeah.
So 11 ang huling bola.
And it's right there. Last 2 balls. According to Architect Eric Salud, our referee, we can hear him a bit now. I told him to speak up, boy. We can hear him a bit now.
So kung gusto niyang lumapit dito at medyo dumiretso, so pwede niyang i-top right ito, no?
Yeah.
Konting inside para dumiretso dito sa...
Well, he might
11.
actually just tap this.
Tapos cut shot kahit may angle, okay lang.
Yeah,
No? Pwede
might
naman.
actually, just tap it. It's almost straight. He is playing his cue extension, so he wants to manipulate the cue ball here. That's a pretty nice cue extension. Look at it, what Vann Corteza has. That's a pretty cue extension.
From Troy, NJ Pool player, sabi
Mhm.
niya, new fancy uniforms today. I would say dressed up, but that would be an oxymoron.
Well, let's just say that it is a little cold now downstairs. I think this is their backup uniform.
Yeah, it's cold, pero tinan mo naman yung suot.
Yeah, but Rapunzel has the hair, so
Oo. So yun yung nagko-cover ng likod niya
yeah.
para maiwas sa pulmon niya.
Mhm. Last ball now for Vann Corteza on the 11 to take a 3-1 lead in this race to 5. Slayer
There
up
we have it.
3-1.
3 games to 1.
And remember, during the Sharks 9-ball showdown, we were asking each other who your pick was. If it wasn't Efren, who would it be? And you said Anton Raga.
Yeah, I said Anton.
And I said Vann Corteza.
So ayan,
We're both here.
nandito na sila.
Yeah. 3-1 for Vann Corteza against Anton Raga. And he will be breaking here in rack number 5. Claudine and Angel having fun, and so are we. We hope you're having fun here with us as well.
Naman, syempre.
The guy who's having the most fun, of course, is Architect Eric Salud, getting the best of both worlds. Being inspired and working as a referee.
Ayun na nga. At pasensya na mga ka-Shark Fanatics kung hindi ko nabasa kung may mga nalaktawan akong mga pa-shoutout.
You
Dahil
just
ang
came
dami.
in. Yeah, you guys just came in all at the same time. So do it again. Send your message again. And AJ is at the comm. He's got the comm now, so he can actually just read off your messages if you want to resend them. Sometimes we do miss some of the messages because you guys come in at the same time. You know, it's a problem.
So we have a question from Menzi Mendoza. Sir Noel, hindi pwedeng mangyari ang 60-60 score.
I don't remember it happening at least.
Any such combination of numbers 1 to 15 won't give 60-60 score.
It won't. Yeah.
Yun.
I'm not. That's why I've never seen it happen before. I've seen games decided by the 14 or the 15 ball. That's as close as it can get.
Rob Quintanar, sabi niya, ang DJ, pwede kayo sa UAAP or PBA mag-commentator.
I actually do work in the UAAP and the PBA, so yeah. Thank you for bringing it up. I actually
Rob Quintanar, this is Noel Zarate of PBA and UAAP.
I actually do work for both leagues. And we have this break brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and that's a lot of balls that went down.
One
and
and
sports.
the orange stripe.
Hard Time Sports Bar. Yeah, 14. No, but there's one that was a wing ball that went down. So 114. Was it 14 or 13? Architect Eric Salud is going to announce that. So 17 total on the break for Vann Corteza. Now up to 19. Is he going to get to the 4? No. Overshot this. And he's disgusted with himself. So it was the 1, the 13, and the 3 that went down on the break.
And that's Vann Corteza with a Pat Divney cue.
Yeah. From Iowa. He can just call for a spot, really. Bring the cue ball. There it is. He just did that. Spot means he gives up his turn to Anton Raga. And Anton's going to have to shoot the object ball from the spot, which appears to be occupied by the 15 ball. So our referee, architect Eric Salud, has to make sure it comes as close to the 15 ball as possible without dislodging the 15. Is he gonna need the assistance of another ball to just nail it? I love the way Eric Salud is really meticulous
That's
about
right.
his job here as a referee.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Ayan, so meron tayong we had the look of our Arcos 2.
Yeah.
Ganda ng mga bola natin ngayon.
That is good contact.
Parang yung tinira kanina.
Yeah.
Well, syempre, alam mo na yan kung anong gagawin niya dito.
Yeah, he's just gonna
Pipinahan na lang to. Tatabi lang dyan.
and create another safety. Yeah, with these pros, they've seen it all already before. Good contact. And the eclipse. It is covered. So when the referee says covered, you cannot masse anymore. You can only kick. And he's going to ask for another spot. This is Anton Raga returning the shot now to Vann Corteza. And the 4 ball will return, although the 15 did move a bit. It looks like it's harder to return at this point.
So habang inaayos to, gusto kong batiin ang CAC family from Sanchez, Mira, Cagayan. Lagi nanonood dito ng live stream. Maraming salamat po.
Yeah, good afternoon to everybody. Supporting our feed. Of course, these are the pros in action. Tonight at 9 p.m., it will be the amateurs once again as we move closer and closer to the Tournament of Champions on March 2. 5 members of the Tournament of Champions, halfway full already. So do we get another member? That's the question. This is a stronger shot, and this is a sellout. I think Vann Corteza tried to make the 15 ball. That would have put a lot of pressure on Anton Raga to clean this up, but Anton's got openings for the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7,
everything.
the 8. Yeah.
Everything. Kailangan niyang papasukin. And at this point, he may cut the lead to just 1.
That's right. That's his first point. It's his first score here in rack number 5. Up to 9, going on 15.
Shout out to Michael Malong. Also to Christian Paul Obele.
Up now to 15. Going on 22 to take the lead.
John Paul De Vera, ayan, isang solid shark natin. Kasama natin ngayon.
Good afternoon. 22 going on 30 now for Anton Raga. Oh, but missed the 8. Had to manipulate the cue ball to get in good position for the 9. Vann Corteza can get on the hill. He's now at 19 going on 27. So 27 now for Vann Corteza. Going on 36.
Very clean pot.
Going on 46. He's 2 balls away. I'll make that 3 balls away. Did Eric just say 44? It's supposed to be 46. Well, he says 44. Interesting. It's 46, really. 57. He gave the 8.6 points. That's okay. We're all human here. Last ball now for Vann Corteza.
Pero it doesn't matter naman.
Yeah, it doesn't matter now because he's gonna go over.
Yeah. Sabi ni Banban, kulang ako ng 2, pero okay lang. At eto na
It's
nga.
now a 4-1 lead for Vann Corteza.
Yes,
he will
he's
be
now on the hill.
breaking. Yeah, he'll be breaking for the match.
So, ano pa kaya? Anton Raga. Makakabalik pa kaya si Anton?
That will all
Diba?
depend on him. Because I asked both gentlemen, who do you think is ahead coming into this matchup? Vann Corteza said it's Anton Raga because he's the younger guy, he's the more
Si
aggressive
Anton
guy.
naman, ang sagot naman ni Anton, si Vann, syempre, dahil mas may
Okay,
experience.
I have to correct myself. We're on a race to 6 now. It's no longer a race to 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's an oversight on our part. We apologize. So it is a race to 6. So still an opportunity for Anton Raga
Kaya
to
pa
come back.
humabol.
Yeah,
so,
wala-
wala pa pala sa hill itong si...
Yeah. When I
Si,
talk to
Vann.
Anton Raga, he says, "What do you think? Who do you think is ahead?" He says, Vann Corteza because he's got the advantage of number one being more mature in the game, but at the same time also a safety guy. So right now the scoreboard does say that Vann Corteza is at 4 now, trying to break for the hill. So officially, correcting ourselves earlier, that is Angel. Going on, trying to break for the hill. This is a race to 6 here in the semifinals. And I also love the way that the players are very patient, also waiting for architect Eric Salud to actually make sure that the rack is the most ideal under the circumstances for them. There's a joke yesterday among the Sharks, actually, that Eric Salud should be given a shot clock while he's racking. I don't remember who said that, but that was funny. Because,
Pero, of course, he's doing a good job
Yeah.
naman, di ba? Talagang meticulously niyang inaayos tong natin, rack.
during the night competition, Eric Salud's one of the more deliberate players that we have, right?
Yeah.
So he works against the shot clock a lot. You imagine if you turn on the shot clock while he's refereeing, that's going to be a lot of pressure. And another dry one here coming from Vann Corteza. He's done one successful break so far, but that's been about it. There is no push out here as well. That's another quirk here for rotation. You have to hit it as it lies. There is no push out and no contact made. But since the one was behind the head string, it has to go back to the spot, and the cue ball goes behind the head string. Falling in love with this game yet, guys? It's one of the most beautiful variants of billiards, really.
Yes, oo naman. Ako actually parang ano eh, naging interesado ako eh,
Really?
na bumalik ulit
Yeah.
sa laro. Kasi tinry ko lang.
Mm-hmm.
So, ang unang laro ko talaga is 8 ball, 9
Mhm,
ball,
mhm.
ganyan. So, ito, parang masarap ilaro ulit.
Especially when you go to the provinces.
Yes,
This is
oo.
what they're used to. That's a rare miss on the spot here for Vann Corteza, but gets a good result. Looks like he's going to try again. Anton Raga may return this to him.
Sa probinsya nga, minsan pag ayain mo maglaro ng bilyar. O
Mhm.
sige, laro 10 ball. Tapos biglang, anong tawag? Anong call? Parang
Mm.
hindi nila masyadong parang hindi nila masyadong alam nga
Right.
yung mga call shot,
Mhm.
ganyan.
Well, Anton did not return this to Vann Corteza. Instead, played a safety, but Van can have an easy kick shot from downstairs. Thins the one, and look at the result. He just pins the cue ball behind the 4. And this is one of the beauties, of course, of rotation, is that there's a lot of safety involved.
Yep.
That's why some of our older players, some of our veteran players, like we did mention Efren Reyes, Francisco Bustamante, Jose Parica, Rodolfo Luat, the late Dodong Andam, when they would dominate really because of the way they knew how to kick
Mm-hmm.
and that they know how to make safety shots happen because of their rotation training. So this is now passed back to Anton Raga, shooting from the spot. It's got to take a breather. Just stops just in time. Now the 3 ball is buried.
He's looking for an avenue for the 3. Hindi madaling puntahan to.
Yeah, well, unless he goes behind it.
Yeah, 2 on the side with inside. Look at
Oh,
this.
that's a small landing spot.
Whew,
Does he
look
get there?
at that.
Wow.
Yes, he got there.
That's a very small landing spot.
Kung pwede lang pumalakpak,
Yeah.
papalakpak ako dun.
That's a great touch from the 23-year-old.
Yes, grabe yan. Ganda ng tinira niyang yun. Kung hindi siya kita, pwede naman stop ball na lang.
Looks like a foul, though.
Yeah, parang tinamaan niya yung 9.
Yeah, that looked like a foul.
So, hindi pala talagang
Yeah, it really didn't land correctly. Now, Vann Corteza can actually kick at this 3. And because of the way it's going to spin off the rail, he can land well on the 4 to get it in the either the side pocket or the corner pocket, upper right corner pocket. Does not have to replay this from the spot. He may be, in fact, able to see all of the 3 ball. Doesn't even have to kick at this. Just use the spin to go around, just like that.
Yep, a lot of right.
Yeah, so he could see the 3. Maybe a bridging issue now.
Yes, because of this
14. Yeah. And you can see the 7 and 11 are not practicing social distancing.
So we have a comment from Mark Jen. If you're good in rotation, 9 ball will be easier for you.
You bet.
Yeah, I hope rotation
bet.
games will also be included in Sharks amateur games.
Oh, this might take a lot longer.
Yun na
though.
nga, yun na nga inisip ko. Sobrang tatagal.
9 ball is actually the fastest variant.
That's
a
right.
miss by Vann Corteza, though. 9 ball is the fastest variant because
Kasi may chamba involved, right?
Yeah, and there are really no call shots here in rotation.
Mhm.
This is 15 balls you're talking about. It's not like an 8 ball where you own just 7 balls and the 8.
Yeah. Tsaka minsan, pa nga eh. Matagal pa nga, di ba?
Right.
Ang 8 ball.
Good back shot there. And so the 5 ball does pass the 6. What is our score again? No, that's not correct because the 4 ball went down. Somebody's got to have 4. I would think it would be Anton Raga at 4 right now. Now at 9. And check that. Now at 12.
So from NJ Pool player, Amang spent some time in New Jersey.
Yes, he did.
Great player.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet as well. Actually, for everybody who you interview and you say, well, this is not going to work for Anton Raga, he's eclipsed by the 15. For a lot of players that you would talk about, who was your first billiards influence? Like in your case, AJ, who was your first Filipino billiards idol?
Of course, Efren Bata.
Right. And that's just a
Ooh.
great kick. I mean, how many balls did he make there?
Dalawa, tatlo ba?
Wow, we're going to have to investigate what went down. One of them was the 15.
Yeah.
Is he at now at 31? Is that what he said? Or 41? Sounded like 40. Yeah, it is 41. Wow. Just like that. The power of the high scoring balls going down. Now at 48. And you got last two now. 48 going on 56. And the 9 ball, if it passes, will give this rack to Anton Raga. It does. And Anton Raga, because of a wild combination with the two high-colored balls, will bridge the gap here. 4-2. The lead is still with Vann Corteza.
Yes.
And going back to that conversation I was trying to start, you said that your first Filipino billiards idol was Efren Reyes,
Efren
right?
Reyes and Mika Immonen.
He's not Filipino.
Ade, so so Filipino
Yeah,
lang.
Filipino. No,
Efren
but I
Bata.
understand Mika because he's part Filipino already.
Yeah.
Because he does spend a lot of time here. So Efren, a lot of players would actually say either Efren or Django. Actually, my first billiards influence was Amang Parica.
Really?
Really, because he had a commercial back in the day. He had a beer commercial with some comedians before, and then
Okay.
and some famous some other celebrities. So he's
Uh-huh.
the first person I saw. Oh, you're a billiard player. So he was my very, 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 very first influence. In fact, I got to meet him as a kid, way before, like 10 years before I met the champ.
Okay.
And when I met Efren, I was already almost, on my way into the industry and the broadcasting industry already.
Mhm.
So I had met Amang Parica first, and he was my first billiards idol.
Okay.
And that's
Yun pala
why,
yung story.
yeah, that's why rotation was like something that I tried to be good at, because that's what you saw when they
Mhm.
were televising it on very, very dark televised games back then in black and white.
Yeah.
You would see Amang Parica go up against guys like Rodolfo Luat before. Was still a very young guy at the time. Then, of course, Efren took center stage in the 80s and of course, put the Philippines on the map in the 90s.
Ako naman, yung first time ko na nakita or nakilala si Efren Reyes nung nasa pelikula siyang partners with FPJ.
Yes, that's right.
Tapos, yung time na rin na yun na nakalaban niya si Black Widow.
Oh,
Si
Jeanette Lee.
Dito sa Philippines.
And our prayers go out to Jeanette
Yes,
Lee, of
yun nga,
course,
oo.
and her family. Jeanette Lee, if you haven't heard, is actually fighting stage 4 ovarian cancer. They're starting a fundraiser that's is
Yeah.
actually on Facebook right now. So the Black Widow has been a visitor to the Philippines many times. As this break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and of course Hard Times Sports Bar. She's been here many times. In fact, we had an event before called the Battle of the Sexes.
Uh-huh.
Well, it was Efren going up against Jeanette
Yeah.
Lee. And she's been here on many occasions for several women's tournaments. I did get to meet her. I believe this was in 2005, I believe,
Mhm.
when there was an event over at the Galleria Mall
Uh-huh.
where there was an all-women's event in 2005 with with ladies like Gayang Kim also
Gayang Kim,
coming
yeah.
over. And Jasmine Ocean was also in the field. I'm not sure if Alison Fisher was with us at the time.
Allison or Kelly Fisher.
Yeah. And that's where I met Jeanette Lee for the first time. Very lovely lady. And our thoughts and prayers go out
Yes.
to Jeanette. And miracles do happen, and hopefully it does happen to Jeanette Lee.
Yeah.
Black
Isama
Widow.
po natin si Jeanette Lee sa ating dasal.
Yeah, exactly. So there, that was my early influence. Really, it's more of Amang Parica before Efren, but of course Efren went on to become the greatest.
That's right.
And we will see Efren later on in just a few minutes.
Oo.
I had a long conversation with Efren just today about coffee.
Kape.
Yeah, he's a coffee guy.
Okay.
He loves his coffee. He always likes his coffee warm.
What kind of coffee?
He just got. I was telling him about the coffee across the street where your dad buys coffee, and over there at the sandwich place.
Okay.
And he had his boy. I think that's one of his wards. Get coffee at the 7-Eleven. I said the coffee there is really good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and Efren said, I'm going to have the coffee there if it comes with a sandwich.
Pag may libreng sandwich.
I started to walk away. And he was laughing when he said that. So, yeah, we had a conversation about coffee. I mean, his love for coffee.
I'd treat him sandwich.
Yeah,
Wala naman,
for a
diba?
very long
Treat ko siya
time.
ng sandwich.
Yeah, not
Oh,
after
chow.
you got to the bank yesterday. There's nothing left. It's there. So, Vann Corteza now trying to get on the hill. I mean, he had this opportunity in the last rack, but Anton Raga, with that vicious combination on the 13 and the 15 ball, just rocketed to someplace where he couldn't make it. Yeah, made that one look easy. No, I think that's a 12 ball beside the 8.
The 12, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I was
beside the
surprised. Kala ko kasi gagawin niya yung kombinasyon. 3 and 12.
8. Yeah, yeah.
So, pinalusot pala niya yung 4. Ay, yung 3 dito sa side.
Sort of, he missed this. He was hitting the rail too hard. And you can see from the way he released it that he was trying to cheat the pocket to get good position on the 6, but cheated it too much that it hit the rail early and left the 5 ball like a sitting duck there. This is a rail first shot now for Anton Raga to get away from the 9. Actually, you can see the whole 5 ball. And Anton Raga practically has an open table here, but the position on the 7 to play the 7-14 combination will be the key. That's another beauty about rotation is that you learn how to make combination shots.
Yes, oo, tama. Dahil
Because
syempre, kung malaki yung bolang,
Yes.
di ba? Nakikita mo na pwede naman i-combine.
Yeah, I remember when my cousins and I were playing, after the break, we'd always look, where's the 15? Because we were trying to
Yes,
combine
the
with the
biggest
15.
ball.
The 15 or the 14.
Yeah.
That would be the target ball. And he is beside the 15 right now, but it's more of the 7-14 that presents itself. And the 7 actually cleared the 14, so he's going to do this in sequential order now. There is nothing going to stop him now except a miss. Because the 8 does pass the 12. And he can get the cue ball back near the center of the table for the 9. And go 2 rails back for the 10. So it looks like he's pretty much in cruise control here. We're talking about Anton Raga, and he's going to cut this lead down to just 1, barring any catastrophic mistake. And he's had a couple of unforced errors already today. He's had 1 safe to say as well. He didn't survive that. And this one, AJ, looks like you can declare this too.
Yeah, so it's safe to say.
There you go. Doesn't care when it's the pros, really. Oh, what the heck?
So may nagre-request dito na Sir Noel ask Efren about his cue details.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's the same guy who asked about it yesterday. Actually, AJ is more of the billiards nerd among the two of us. I mean, he sees cues, he identifies them on sight.
Not all.
Yeah, but most of them. Like there's some guys who like look at rubber shoes. They look at sneakers. They can identify. Like the other day, I was wearing Nikes, and AJ just spot on identified my
Castro?
shoes. No,
Castro?
me. You did.
Me?
You said the Nikes I was wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who's this other guy? Ryan Bocobo identified the Nikes that I was wearing. I said, okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
These are Nikes, yes. So 35 going on 45 for Anton Raga.
And from Anito Kid, Mapugay, happiest birthday daw to the patriarch of the Mariano Familia.
Yeah, that is so true. We greeted the boss last night, so we're gonna do it again. Happy birthday
Yes,
to
happy birthday, Boss
Mr.
Perry.
Perry Mariano. Yeah, we greeted him as soon as the clock struck midnight last night, and
Mhm.
Anton Raga now on his last ball here in this one. So happy birthday to Mr. Perry Mariano. And you don't even have to have a party to know that you are loved by everybody here in the billiards
That's
community.
right. That's right.
So yeah, happy birthday to Mr. Perry Mariano. And Anton Raga has just won back-to-back racks. And he is breathing down the neck of Vann Corteza.
Ayun na nga, with just a point, no? With just a rack.
Mhm.
So, ito, bago mag-sponsors tayo, nagpapabate. Itong si Alain Villasis, Lester Celestino, Vergel Averilia, itong si James Bantilan, Ferdinand Mendoza, Nestor Rosales. Ayan, so mga solid Shark Fanatics natin, maraming salamat sa patuloy na pagsusuporta dito.
And Noel Luis Cachapera is asking if he can come in here. Of course, you're a member of Sharks.
Yes, oo.
Yes,
Kanina,
you can.
nag-chat siya sa akin kanina, sabi ko,
You can.
pwede ka naman. So,
In fact, yesterday,
maliligo na lang daw siya.
this place was loaded yesterday.
Yeah,
We
syempre.
had guys like Gary Arago, Larry Lim, Ryan Bocobo, Arnold Uy. Who else was in this place? Rafael, Romel Labrador. I mean, this place was crawling with Sharks.
Yes.
And now it's just me and
Hindi naman
AJ.
literal na shark.
Hadley Mariano was there earlier. So, yeah, it's just me and AJ up here right now. You know, we're watching one of the biggest collection of talents in the Philippines, and there's
That's right.
like 10 people in this place.
Mamaya yan.
Some people would pay good money to actually watch these guys
Yeah.
live.
Pero syempre, dahil mabait kami dito sa Sharks, hatid namin sa inyo ay libre lang.
And at the same time, of course, we're also being very mindful about the ongoing pandemic, which is still around.
Yes, oo, tama.
So social distancing, you know, we don't want too many people in this place. It's not a big place, actually. So one day when we are allowed to do live events again, I'm pretty sure that Bugsy Promotion and Sharks going to bring this out to the public as they always do. So Anton Raga, who's won back-to-back racks, is trying to tie things up now with Vann Corteza in this race to 6 semifinals.
Ooh,
I don't believe anything
Yeah.
went down.
maraming muntikan na. Yung 1, yung
The
9,
two
11,
almost went
2.
down. Nothing went down.
So, hindi kita ang 1 dito.
Yeah, Noel Cachapera says he's on his way here.
Ang pinuntahan lang niya dito si Efren.
He's
Yun lang,
outside
yun lang.
having
Tinanong
coffee.
niya.
Yeah, Efren was actually here early, very early today.
Wow, look at that.
Nice double two-rail
Wow.
kick there.
Nicely done. Kaso nga lang, isa pa. Kung sakali, no?
Well, yeah, now this one actually, he can spin this off the rail. This looks a
To
lot
hit
easier.
the 2,
Yeah, this
pero
looks
to make the 2, it's not possible,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, this is Vann Corteza.
Oh,
made the 2.
Hindi, the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay, so kaya pala dun sa
Yeah.
sa may 7.
With reverse spin, no less.
No.
He was queuing on the inside when he hit that. So Vann Corteza has to do a lot of work for this rack. He's working on a 3-7 combination right now. This will give him 10. Nope.
Oh,
That was actually the easiest of the 3 shots.
yeah.
3-7
Kombinasyon.
combination. And he's given the table now to Anton Raga. There are a few issues here. But for Anton, hopefully he doesn't have to get to the 13 ball to put this away.
Do balls made on the break count?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
From Mark O'Brien.
Yes, they do. They go to the ledger of the person who made the break. Now, if there is a ball made on the break and the cue ball scratches, that ball is redeposited on the spot. So the ball comes back up.
Mhm.
Anton went for a double shot. It was an offensive shot to the side, but in case he missed, there was a backup. Now, Vann Corteza can kick at this 3, which he does, and does not sell it out. And look at the result of this.
Yun. Buti napatago pa niya.
Yeah, it's going to force Anton to kick this one again. Once again, we're doing 2 commentaries at the same time. AJ's handling the vernacular commentary, and I'm handling the English commentary. So Oh, that was close.
Almost made the 3.
And still comes up with a cover shot. Although now the 3 is partially seen. Good contact.
Well, nice safety.
Yeah, I mean the safety. I think the 3 is seen though.
From the gap,
Yeah, 3 might be seen.
a bit.
Yeah, a bit. I'm not quite sure if Anton Raga can pot this, but yeah, it's seen. He can actually pot this.
Oh, kita-kita pala no?
Yeah,
Yung top view talaga natin.
yeah.
Mahirap tingnan eh.
And sometimes you have to adjust to it already. Like sort of, we've been here a few months already, so you
Yeah.
know it's lying to you. He's gonna take this into the lower right corner. And play. Wow, look at this. 3 rails to get to the 5 after a draw. 2 rails to get to the 5 after a draw. It's a lot of advanced thinking for the 23-year-old. I mean, AJ, what were you doing when you were 23?
23?
Yeah.
Nagkaanak ako.
When I was 23, I was actually pretty much becoming a bum in college. I was
Really?
overstaying already at the time. I believe that was my 6th year in college. Already.
Really?
Just overstayed, enjoyed college life. But of course, there was a little bit of pool in between.
Nah, of course.
And this guy's 23 years old and he's already a professional. Professional pool player. Anton Raga at 12. He's not 12 years old, he's 23. He's looking to make the 6 ball. Doesn't pass the 7, so he may have to play a combination of sorts.
Or a safety behind the 8.
Yeah, that's another idea. Oh, he played it to the 9.
The carom shot.
Yeah. So
Billiard on the
21.
9.
Yeah. And he can actually still see the 6. So
Yeah,
Anton's...
he could cut this on the side.
Yeah, Anton Raga's switched gears here. 21 going on 27. On 27 going on 34. Is it going to get there, though? No, it's not going to get there. He wanted to hit that a lot harder. He wanted the cue ball to roll a bit more. I think one of the rails took away his spin. And there is a funny rail here on this table. I'm not quite sure which side it is, but there is one funny rail that kills spin. And there's one rail here also that actually adds spin.
Sa kabila ata
Yeah,
yun, no?
that could be.
Magkabila ang ano yan, yung short rail.
Yeah, not all tables are created equal. And it's not just an entire rail, it's a certain spot on the rail. You know, it's like when you're playing basketball, it's not all flat
Mm-hmm.
when you're playing. So Anton's kick shot is going to sell out this 8. And since Vann Corteza is stuck at 3 points, he's going to need most of the balls remaining.
At 23, I was repeating 10th grade. Sabi ni Troy, NJ Pool.
I find that hard to believe. I think you're a pro already at 23.
Yeah.
Vann Corteza started his career when he was 18.
Ooh.
So 11 going on 21. going on 32. Is the 13 ball going to become a factor here? Yeah, he'll need the 13 ball. $32 last three. He's now inspecting this 13. Looks like it does separate from the 14. Unless he does something with it, he does not. $44 going on 57. Almost left that. And this will put Vann Corteza on the hill.
On the hill. There we have it. 5 games to 3. Yeah. In favor of Vann Corteza.
And he will be breaking again. The break has not been kind to Vann Corteza in this match. As Claudine confirms our score, Corteza on the hill. 5 racks to 3 against Anton Raga. This is semifinal number 1, yeah.
At 23, I don't know how to play billiards yet. Until now. Reginald Cabato. Si Mr. Over-Under.
Yeah, you sort of start young in the Philippines, but you don't really know the science of it until somebody really takes you in and starts to teach you the science.
That's right.
And AJ had the advantage of having a great player in his dad, George Ong.
Pero never niyang tinuruan.
Oh, that's interesting.
He never taught me
That's interesting.
how to play.
So who taught you how to play?
Myself.
Even all the angles, even all the
everything.
That's part of it. But somebody has to say, no, you can't shoot that this way. You have to shoot it this way because you're preparing for the next ball.
Maraming tao. Halo-halo.
Yeah, I had a cousin of mine teach me, Edward de Guzman. He had taught me a bit at the onset. Then went up to Baguio, and there are a lot of people. Some of my cousins also there. And then slowly you start playing regularly and the pool halls here. We had Rommel's Billiards. Gutson at the time was also around over at Green Lanes. So a lot of places also. And then in places where the cushion's so thin, you can actually see through it. The felt is so thin already. I mean,
Sobrang luma na
go
tapete.
around. You go around, really. And again, the break is not kind to Vann Corteza, but that break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and
Hard Times
Sports Bar. Long distance shot on the 1. Safety in the making now for Anton Raga.
Ginamit yung mga bola doon, no?
That is 10,000 balls there between the cue ball and the 1 ball. And despite all of that, the 1 ball is still partially seen.
Kita ng bahagya.
A little bit past the 6 ball. But Vann's just going to try to kick at this. 2 rails, it appears. Oh, I'm using
nicely
3.
done.
Look
And
at
makes
this
the
result.
1 ball.
Wow.
However, the 2.
He might still be able to get through to the 2 from the 14. Yeah, he's measuring it right now. He can
2
make
on the
contact.
side.
He can make contact. I'm not quite sure if he can make it into the side, but he can make contact with the 2.
Mark Kimbro. Who taught Efren? Yung tanong.
Actually, Efren just grew up on the streets, really.
Oh, himself din yan. Sarili niya yan.
That's why he's called Bata, really, because he was, look, a great shot on the tooth and to the side. He was a street kid who just picked up the sport and became good at it, and they called him, hey, kid. In Filipino, that's Bata. That's where he picked up his name. The kid.
Tsaka dun sa bilyaran nila dati, dalawa ata yung Efren.
Oh, really?
Oo, dalawa yung Efren. So, yung isang Efren, mas matanda. So, the elder Efren. So, si Efren bata ngayon, natin, kaya siya yung bata din.
Yeah.
Yun din nating story din dun.
Yeah, you can probably look it up as well. I mean, there's so many urban legends of why these players picked up their name.
Yeah.
I believe Django Bustamante, he fell in love with a Western character by the name of Django.
Django.
Yeah, Western, from one of the Westerns.
Yung movie ni Quentin Tarantino?
No, no, way back.
Way, way
Yeah,
back.
there's westerns. You know, when Django was growing up in Tarlac, they were showing reruns of old western films. And there was one guy named Django who he took a liking to, and that's why he picked that as his moniker. Of course, some of these names are also given. Some of these monikers are also given to some of our players, like
Vann Corteza.
Vann Corteza. I mean, he actually chose the name the Slayer, and Anton Raga was given the name the Dragon. I believe when he was playing in either China or Japan, he was given the name the Dragon. And RoboCop for Dennis Orculio was actually given by Perry Mariano. Not very many people know that because he used to be called Dennis Surigao Orculio, which represents the province that he was from. But then the guy who actually discovered him, Mr. Perry Mariano, said, why don't we just call you the RoboCop? And he's used that RoboCop, and he's been known as the RoboCop, one of the best players in the world now.
Siya parang ano daw maglaro, parang robot.
Yeah, exactly,
Diba?
like a robot.
Parang machine.
Mm-hmm. This is going to need some legs. Yeah, he's okay on the 4. The machine, by the way, is Oliver Ortman.
Oliver Ortman.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy plays like a machine.
Is that the big dude?
Yeah, the big German dude.
Yeah.
Oliver Ortman.
Who knows? Leonardo Dodong Andam.
Yeah, I met him, actually. I've covered him on several occasions. Passed away a few years ago, actually. In a motorcycle accident.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Si Franco Nero ang Django, sabi ni Sir Menzi Mendoza.
Oh, Franco Nero. There, that's a familiar name, yeah. Yeah, we have so many stories to tell about some of our players here.
Ba't nga daw wala si Dennis Orculio?
He's in the States.
Yeah, he's in the States.
He's in the States. He's
Pero
campaigning.
babalik din nata siya soon.
Yes. He's campaigning there. Dodong Diamond is there. Who else is there? The Bull is there. They're all campaigning there. They're not running for office or anything like that. They're just plying their trade in the United States right now. Vann Corteza has a sort of an open table right now, and barring any mistake, Anton Raga is officially in trouble.
They want to see a Vann Corteza and Efren Bata Reyes final.
That would be
later,
fantastic. Yeah. And if Vann wins, I win a bet with AJ. Because when we were selecting who you think is going to win, all the bets off on Efren. Nobody would bet on Efren because he's like seeded in the finals in our minds already.
Yeah.
He's seeded in the finals. So the question was, besides Efren, who do you think is going to be Efren's opponent in the final? Now, with all due respect to Ronnie Elcano, if he wins later on, he's going to deserve to win later on in the second semifinal against Efren Reyes. But so the pick between myself, the bet between myself and AJ is who would be advancing. It just so happens that he chose Anton Raga and I chose Vann Corteza. And this was like weeks before.
So ito, nasa semis tayo ngayon with them.
And you're in trouble, boy.
Yep.
Because Vann Corteza is on his last 2. Going on 55.
For the win.
For the win on the 11 ball to advance to the final of the Sharks Rotation Showdown. Vann Corteza has done it.
Have it. And up next,
I will go down to interview these guys. You stay right there.
All right. And of course, we would like to thank our sponsors, Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aquavi, Mudcakes by V, V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, Kikarex Kayanong ng Target On Air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, All About the Process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, Dehadista and Llamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City, Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layered Tips, Billiard Planet, Hard Times, Ropa Commercial, and of course, thank you to Puyat Sports for this event, for supporting this event. And please stand by for the post-game interview. We will be right back.
Semifinals number 1 is done in our Sharks Rotation Showdown. Congratulations to Vann Corteza defeating Anton Raga, and he will be going up against whoever's going to win in our second semifinal in our final. So unahin muna natin dito si Anton. Maganda na sana ang ratsyada mo rito, pero parang ang daming mga naiiwan na bola pagdating din sa preparasyon, parang kinukulang. Anong naging kaganapan doon, Anton?
Wala, talagang hindi ko maano yung bola, hindi ko makontrol, tsaka mukhang masama din bitaw ko ngayon. Kaya makahabol na sana, kaso kumover naman yung 7.
Yun na nga eh. Parang namatay sa banda, yung naging preparasyon mo doon.
May pag-asa pa sana manalo kahit papano.
Rumatsyada ka kasi nung dulo, nakadalawang sunod ka, tapos going on to tie sana. Pero yun na nga, nangyari yung aksidenteng yun.
Wala tayong magagawa. Disgrasya talagang nangyayari.
Ano naman masasabi mo ngayon, Van, dito sa bata mong kalaban, si Anton, first time yung nga naglaban sa rotation. Medyo pinahirapan ka, pero nauna ka ngayon eh.
Masasabi ko lang din, yun nga kanina, sinasabi ni Anton Raga na didikit na sana siya, kaso nga lang kumover. Kasi although sa larong rotation talaga, pag isang pagkakamali mo lang, talaga nagkakaroon ng kwento. Kaya ayun, ako naman, so far, stay focused lang din ako nung habang dumidikit siya sa akin, nag 4-3. So stay focused lang, and then yun napabura ng bola at panalo ko laban.
O ngayon, ito, pasok ka na sa finals. Alam na natin yun. Makakalaban mo either si Ronnie Alcano o si Champ, si Efren Reyes. Sino ang nakikita mong gusto mo sana makalaban if it were up to you sa finals?
Ako naman, kahit sino na sa kanila, no, and good luck to them. Kasi siyempre, larong rotation, anybody's game.
Yan.
Ako kung sino na mga kalaban ko, I will face it.
Okay. Vann Corteza is through to the final. Sino kanya mga kalaban? We will find out. Is it going to be Ronnie Alcano or will it be Efren Reyes? The action resumes dito po sa ating Sharks Rotation Showdown.